Testing, testing. Alright, this is about the JFK assassination and the lies, the twisted lies around the head wound and everything else. See if we can clear up some of this. In the first place, this is what the Warren Commission and their autopsy claim about the head wound. There was this small little round hole bullet entrance wound in the back of his head. That's their claim. They had to put a shooter in the back to make their whole twisted story add up. Of course, the problem is, well, and the Dallas doctors, they were the first to see the president. There were no photographs or anything taken at Parkland, so we have nothing. This is all we've got as far as photographs of the president, what they handed us. Of course, there are a couple of photographs from Bethesda that show what looks more like a large wound in the back of the head. And they have a blown out side portion here. That's one of the drawings. All we seen were all they handed us were drawings of the autopsy. But there was one little problem, and one of the doctors in Dallas described the wound and made his own drawing. This looks nothing like this. There's something, there's definitely some kind of confusion here. Either confusion or an outright cover-up. Of course, we were told the night of the autopsy that the president was just shot in the head. Anyways, later, after the second investigation into the Dallas doctors were finally convened, and let's see if I have that here. I believe it's this one. Is that the one? Well, hold on a second. I thought I had that one. These are the Dallas doctors now.
Or disprove Lifton's explosive claims of altered wounds. Would their recollection of the wounds match the photos they would be seeing for the first time?
Let me show you, to my best recollection, what the wound looked like to me that day in trauma room 1.
It's amazing, you know, after
Before
all the
each doctor looked at the
investigations,
photos, he described
Nova
the wounds he
finally
had
got the
seen
doctors
back in
together.
1963.
I could see the president's head wound quite well, and I was probably looking into a wound that was on the lateral or the side part of the head and the back part of the head.
It would be this portion of the head right here.
As I remember, it's like this that there was a big wound, big deficit in his skull in the temporal parietal area.
Now, this is a close-up of mine of the back of the president's head at the time of the assassination. And here's another doctor that was at the hospital at the time. Crenshaw.
I viewed the
Finally came
autopsy
forward
pictures.
many
They
years
had
later.
the frontal part of the cerebrum here and the skull out.
So when the picture was taken, you think they pulled the skin back up over this wound?
That's the only thing I can postulate, because the back of his head was gone. This was a huge hole. It was on the right. It was 9 to 10 centimeters across. And you could
X-ray.
look right into the brain.
The so-called X-ray. Who else seen this wound? Well, of course, there was the closest eyewitness. Right here. Bill Newman. He seen the shot, and he was only about 10 or 15 feet away. Who else seen the headshot? Well, there was Clint Hill of the Secret Service. He jumped down the back of the limousine just after the car was about to speed off from the scene, protect Jackie. Now, when he was asked by the Warren Commission, what did you observe as to President Kennedy's condition on arrival at the hospital? Mr. Hill, the right rear portion of his head was missing. It was laying in the back rear seat of the car. Any more close? We got some more witnesses here. Closest eyewitnesses. If I can find it here. Must be on this one. Right here. Emmett Hudson. He was standing here on the sidewalk. Another very close eyewitness. Yes, it looked like it hit him somewhere along about a little bit behind the ear and a little bit above the ear on the right side of the head. Now, this is what they claim. This is what they claim, that there was a large wound on the top of the head. Of course, the Dallas doctor's never seen that. Amazing. They missed that. But this is the Bethesda Autopsy's doctor's description of that head wound. He's got a 17 by 9 or 10 by 17 centimeters missing. A large, large hole at the top of the head. And of course, the Dallas doctors, that's their description. That's what they remember seeing. Yeah, so I guess my beef really isn't with the Warren Commission. They were told to lie through their teeth, and that's exactly what they did. So how can you prove this for a fact? That this is nothing but lies. Well, the photographic evidence. What did the photographs pick up at the time? And by the way, the Bethesda doctor Humes. He destroyed his original um, drafts of the autopsy just after Oswald was assassinated by Ruby. So we'll never know just what was in that. And like I say, the only way to expose it, what do the photographs show that they're taken at the time? Here's the Mormon photograph. What does it show? Large wound in the back of the head. And not only that, but I took an even closer look at the Zapruder film. And what we see here is the same thing. Now, they claimed for years without this photographic evidence that there was a large wound at the top of the head. I think Dr. Crenshaw pretty much described it best. What actually happened? I think he just summed it up right here. The back wound was a side, what I call tangential. It had come in from the side, hit the parietal bone, springing open the parietal part of the temporal and all of the occipital. He took the words right out of my mouth. This is my own theory right here, if you want to read it, of what happened. So you can either believe the lies or you can believe your eyes. That's up to you.